Hello, and welcome to another deep dive into alternate history. Have you ever wondered what the world would be like if the Roman Empire never fell? What if, instead of collapsing, Rome continued to thrive and evolve into a superpower that still exists today? The Roman Empire shaped much of the modern world. From its architecture and legal systems to its military tactics and engineering, Rome's influence is undeniable. But what if its decline never happened? What kind of world would we be living in right now? Today, we will explore this fascinating scenario by looking at the causes of Rome's fall, how it could have been prevented, and what a modern Roman world might look like. To understand how Rome could have survived, we first need to understand why it fell. The empire faced numerous problems: political corruption, economic troubles, military decline, and constant invasions from Germanic tribes. One of the biggest issues was Rome's economy. Heavy taxation and inflation weakened trade, and reliance on slave labor prevented industrial progress. If Rome had reformed its economy, perhaps by investing in new agricultural methods or transitioning to a more modern workforce, it could have avoided financial collapse. Another major problem was military overstretch. The empire was too vast, making it difficult to defend. But what if Rome had focused on securing its borders rather than expanding further? A stronger, well-maintained military presence might have prevented invasions by the Visigoths and Huns. Lastly, internal political strife was a huge issue. Rome had frequent power struggles, with emperors being overthrown or assassinated. If the empire had developed a more stable political system, perhaps a constitutional monarchy or a parliamentary system, internal conflicts could have been reduced. Now let's imagine that Rome successfully overcame these challenges. What would the world look like today? First, language. Latin would likely be the dominant global language. English, French, Spanish, and Italian all come from Latin. But in this alternate timeline, we might all be speaking a modernized version of Latin instead. Second, law and government. Roman law was the foundation for many modern legal systems. If Rome had survived, we might see a global legal system based on Roman principles, with standardized laws across continents. Third, technology. The Romans were master engineers, building roads, aqueducts, and massive structures that still stand today. If the empire had lasted, advancements in engineering, science, and medicine might have accelerated, possibly leading to an earlier industrial revolution or even space exploration. Fourth, geopolitics. Instead of the fragmented nations of Europe, we might see a unified empire stretching across Europe, North Africa, and parts of Asia. This could mean fewer wars, more economic stability, and a completely different balance of global power. Of course, not everything would be positive. A single superpower could mean less political freedom, and a centralized government could lead to authoritarian rule. Would this Rome be a democracy, or would emperors still rule with absolute power? Even today, we see Rome's legacy in our daily lives. Modern cities are designed with Roman principles, from grid-based urban planning to public squares and road networks. If Rome had survived, we might still see grand Roman forums as central hubs of commerce and politics. Instead of modern skyscrapers, we could have towering marble structures with Latin inscriptions. Education and philosophy would also be different. Roman-style education focused on rhetoric, philosophy, and citizenship. In this timeline, schools and universities might still use Roman teaching methods. Even fashion could be different. Instead of business suits, perhaps people would wear modernized versions of the toga, a symbol of Roman citizenship and prestige. History is shaped by countless small and large events. If Rome had survived, the world could be a completely different place. We might have more advanced technology, a different dominant language, and a radically different political structure. But history also teaches us an important lesson. No empire lasts forever. Even if Rome had survived for a few more centuries, would it have eventually declined anyway? Or could it have adapted and continued to thrive indefinitely? What do you think? Would the world be better or worse if Rome had never fallen? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive into alternate history, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content. See you in the next video.